Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you all again. Today I will listen to the song Why Do You Love Me by Andreas, which is song number 7 from STLL 2023. And yeah, let's see if this one might be the one. I'm so kind of torn on what I actually think about this one because I think it's like so playfully arranged, honestly, and I don't know if it's like intentional. Some of these things might not be intentional, and some of them probably are. Maybe all of them are. In all honesty, they could be. But it's just such a kind of static listening experience, I think, because instruments join in and out, and they kind of become unexpected. I think the strings sound a bit odd, like they sound a bit stock sounding, I guess, but they just work in the combination because everything surrounding it just kind of gives them a very unique touch. And I think what really just makes this song work is how layered the backing vocals are, along with this really great melody that it actually has. I like the rhythm of it a lot. It's kind of like a driving vocal throughout the song. The vocal really just keeps the song going because the instrumental doesn't have that much to it, in my opinion. But I like the vocal arrangement of the song mainly, I think. And just the layering of the backing vocals, how the harmonies work, that's really beautiful. I didn't really pay too much attention on like lyrical side of things or anything, but I never really do. But it might be, one of these kind of storytelling songs. And then I just completely missed that because I was too occupied just listening to everything going on in the arrangement. But it's just kind of a fascinating arrangement to me. I like how it's guitar driven, but I think the guitar like isn't too interesting. There's some finger picking there, and then it swaps up for some just static strumming. At parts, it's more of a rhythmic thing that just kind of keeps the flow of the backing track. And then it's layered with piano at parts, which I really enjoy. And then when the strings come in, it becomes kind of like a cool combination of rhythms, I think. And then you have just everything drowned in reverb, really. There's a lot of just kind of space going on in the song. There's a lot of, I guess, if I say noise, you'll kind of maybe interpret it as a negative thing, but noise can also just be something to fulfill the whole soundstage, and I think that's what it really does here. There's a lot of use of reverb to just pack out everything and make it sound really full and complete, and I think that's mainly just tied to the vocal arrangement, and I think the vocal arrangement is what really sells this one. I would probably never sit back and listen to this in an instrumental cut because it doesn't really interest me in that way, but when you just throw in the vocal arrangement, I think that's when this song really gets elevated. And I really enjoy listening to it. It's very pretty and just kind of hooks me. I'm a bit just kind of put off with by the structure. I don't really like this whole concept in the beginning where you actually have this nice build and then you start back on square one. It feels kind of like, didn't you want this to actually go somewhere? Why do you tease us like this and then you just kill it? Is it because there's no real idea of where to take it another step further? Or is it because you kind of want the second build to be the more impactful one? But then I strongly suggest actually making a more restrained build the first time around, because then the way that it's structured right now kind of just frustrates me a little bit when it's building so effectively and then you just kill it and start back to where you began. It feels like the song then could have just been 2 minutes. It would have been fine, because if you actually want to kind of trick the audience like that, or the listener, then and build it like this, then I think there needs to be a more smooth transition back into this square one that you want to start back on. Maybe something to just kind of add another little instrumental detail in this second verse where you start back. You should probably not start back on square one completely. I think that's kind of unnecessary. Add something that actually makes the song feel like you've come from somewhere, compared to the first second of the song. When you're 1 minute into the song, you don't want to be back at the first second. You want something new to actually be here. Even though you take everything back and you restrain the song, there should be a feeling like something new is here that wasn't there a minute ago. I hope that makes sense. That's really just what I feel about structure, things like that. I think there needs to be a little bit more of like detailing in the backing track there, and actually add some elements to actually make the song feel like it's actually been going on for a minute, instead of just kind of leaving me frustrated. But I guess that's just minor nitpicking, because I really enjoyed the song for what it was, and I think the vocal arrangement is really what sells it. I'll be listening more to it for sure, but it's probably not the one that I would absolutely go for if I were to choose from their selection. But it wouldn't be the worst choice in the world either. And I'm looking forward to actually seeing it live, because I think the vocal is really what makes or breaks this song. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to doing that. Do tell me what you think of this song in the comments. I'll be looking forward to reading all about that. And then I hope to also see you in the next video, where we will talk about the 8th song in the selection. So have a good one until then. Bye bye.